It's not real.
I just saw The Boogeyman in theaters from Disney/20th Century Studios. Is it good? You get to The Boogeyman and you can see in the trailers and everything, they're not showing the monster very much, and you don't see the monster very much in the movie. It's fantastic in that way. It's very much like Alien or Jaws, where you don't see the monster really all that much, and it aids how actually terrifying this movie is. The Boogeyman might be rated PG-13, but it uses the full extent of what the MPAA will allow in a PG-13 movie, especially for one that's this terrifying. The movie, I was watching like this some of the time, like trying to hide my face and hide from it because it just ratchets up the tension so well, and it's just so damn scary. It is a scary movie. I couldn't sleep very well last night. After watching the movie, you'll know why. And it stars Sophie Thatcher from Yellow Jackets. Stars Chris Messina from Air. So he's in 2 great movies this year. Stars Vivian Lyra Blair from Obi-Wan Kenobi. She plays, Baby Leia, Princess Leia. And then Dave Dastmalchian in a smaller role that fits into more of the short story. So without getting into the full review and stuff like that, because that's coming later, the movie is frightening as hell. The performances in it, Sophie Thatcher and Vivian Lyra Blair, own this movie. Sophie Thatcher in particular just absolutely slays her role, and Chris Messina is great as sort of the dad that doesn't quite believe what his daughters are seeing until it's too late. And the creature in the movie is frightening. It'll tap into your just worst fears. I know some people out there have their definitions of what the boogeyman is or what their boogeymen are, and this one taps into a more primordial, older, ancient evil instead of just that, Slender Man in the closet. After watching this movie, you will want to close all of the closet doors in your house. Any little light that you see off in the corner in the distance in the dark, you're going to want to turn on the lights. It is that frightening, and I cannot wait for everyone else to see this movie because it is going to end up being one of those most frightening movies of the year. I believe that. Skinamarink is frightening in a different way. This movie is frightening in the way that it ratchets up tension and then cools you off, and ratchets it up right away and cools you off. It does that very much so in a way like Alien. It's also taking a lot of inspiration from The Invisible Man. That's another movie that has huge influence on this, especially with the camera work. You're looking for a frighteningly good time out there, The Boogeyman will likely be it. You can check out my full review, which is coming next week. So this is just the first impressions after stepping out of the theater to see The Boogeyman, which releases in theaters on June 2nd. Go check it out. It's PG-13, which doesn't mean take your kids, but if your kids love horror, they can come and see it. There's some gore, there's some scares, there's some great performances, so make sure to go check it out in theaters on June 2nd. And if you want more movie reviews, check out this big playlist of all of my movie reviews and all of my first impressions videos.